Good evening, everybody. Welcome back to Kansas Esports. I'm Marshall, and I'm joined, as always, for Overwatch tonight by
Henry Kelly.
Henry. What do you do again?
Welcome, everybody. I'm a JV Overwatch player.
It is right. He is our JV Overwatch tank player.
Yep.
Tank player. There you go. Be specific. Take that role with pride.
Yeah.
But yes, tonight is a night we have been anticipating for quite some time. Kansas and Syracuse. So to tell you a little bit before Henry talks specific, smart and like strat stuff, because game knowledge.
Mm-hmm.
Kansas currently sit fourth right now in the standings
Yes.
at 4-2.
Yes.
Boise and Syracuse Boise is 5-2 and Syracuse is 5-1 respectively.
Yes.
With a win tonight, with a 3-0 or 3-1 scoreline, Kansas will jump to second place.
This is true.
If Syracuse takes us to all five, they stay second, but Kansas, upon a 3-2 win, would jump Boise and take third.
Yes. A 3-0 is going to be hard to find, though.
3-0 will be very hard to find.
This is going to be a competitive match for sure.
I think it's going to be all 5 games.
It could very well be all 5 games tonight.
I would be shocked if we didn't see all 5 maps.
Yeah.
Unless we run into another weird situation of a tie.
Yep. Could be. That's always an odd one.
I hope we don't have another one of those. That was fun.
I don't know if I've ever seen. I don't see very many draws.
No, you don't. You don't see very many draws.
Overwatch, competitive Overwatch.
So Henry, tell us a little about the teams. Like in terms of like player matchups here, what should the folks at home be watching for when it comes to like specific fights?
Yeah. So sure. So Syracuse is a pretty scary team. They've got some well-known players. They've got Azer, who's a good one that I know the name of. There's several players that are equal to our players in skill level and also potentially have a little bit more playing time together as a team. They've shown that they are a very, very competitive team this season. And so it's going to be a tough matchup to be sure. After that midseason patch as well, we're sort of slipping into potentially a little bit of a new meta. The meta has moved around a little bit. And being a little bit of an insider in the team, we are dealing with that sort of evolution, right? And as the midseason patch comes around, team comps change, matchups change, and everybody has to learn something new about the comp that they're playing. So a little bit of growing pains. We'll see if we can sort of slip into it and really like embrace the new meta tonight, or if we're going to continue with what we know and what we're good at, and then see what Syracuse does as well.
Yeah, those mid-season patches are always a source of annoyance, but it helps keeps the game fresh, keeps the game interesting. But what a time for it to come through here!
Yes.
Last night of regular PEC competition here for both schools. This one's gonna be so tough. Yeah,
it is.
And once again, I know I've talked about it before on stream. We've talked about it in weeks past, but Kansas and Syracuse have a lot of storied history together. I mean, every night for Overwatch, these two schools have scrimmaged against each other. They've been practicing against each other night in, night out, and they know each other like the back of each other's hands.
They do, and that is all the more to make this an interesting watch because these teams have played each other many, many times throughout the season now, whether it be warm-ups or scrims. So almost as if they're so familiar with each other, something new is going to have to happen in order for some of that dynamic to change. So we'll see if something interesting comes out tonight. Potentially some new picks, for sure.
Hopefully some new picks here. And hopefully they don't take forever with the picks and bans like we know our team is prone to, or these teams are prone to do.
Oh yeah.
They don't like to do it in real time. They don't like to pregame this stuff out beforehand. No, they'll do it. They'll do it on their own calendar, despite the fact that we are sitting here yapping our pretty little heads away. But yeah, I just like and here's the other to add even more drama tonight.
Tell me.
Utah 3-3.
Yes.
If Kansas lose tonight, that puts Kansas's position of being fourth in jeopardy. Because with a win, Utah could potentially jump Kansas and finish top half of the table.
It does, which is a bit disheartening.
It's a bit disheartening.
For sure, considering we took that team down. You really want to see it at the minimum.
Utah was one of the 2 losses that Kansas suffered.
Utah and Boise?
No, Utah beat Kansas.
Yeah, okay, I see.
So in the head-to-head record, even though we would be tied, they beat us, so they would technically.
Right, so it flips around. Okay, yeah. So
in that matchup, yeah, if you want to.
Oh yeah, I can pull it up. We got a little
mouse over there.
Oh yeah. But let's see where we're at. Here we are. Here's the schedule.
Yeah, but Utah. Oh no, Utah play Minnesota. Who are good. They are good. They've shown a lot of promise. But they are not the same caliber of team that Utah is. And with everything that we saw against Kansas that Utah pulled out,
So I believe Utah was a map 5, based on my memory and based on what's happening here.
Utah was an upset game in my opinion. I think
I agree, and so it would be disheartening to fall underneath that team in the standings. However, at the very least tonight, you want to solidify our spot right now. If we can go up, that's great.
Yeah.
But at the very minimum, I'd like to stay where we're at.
And I think if we look back at it in terms of like map rates I think maps and such, Kansas do lead. Like we would have to pick up maps. We couldn't get 3-0'd. If we could pick up maps against Syracuse tonight, that might keep us in 4th place. But again, that head-to-head record is going to be the first tiebreaker.
Yeah, very interesting here. Syracuse on the heels of Ohio State. Ohio State has 20 map wins and 5 map losses, giving them an 85.7% win rate, an 80% map win rate. That's a high win rate for a team. And Syracuse is right on their tails with an 80% map win rate and an 83% win rate overall.
And I think the only defeat that Ohio suffered, I want to say I don't remember who beat Ohio State to give them their one loss. I don't think it was Syracuse, so I don't know if the tiebreak is there for them.
Not sure.
Because Syracuse, sitting on that one loss, I can't remember who beat Syracuse either. It wouldn't surprise me if it was Ohio State beating Syracuse or Syracuse upsetting Ohio State.
Yeah.
Or, vice versa.
I did not get to catch that matchup, but I'm sure that was a very competitive game.
I didn't catch that one either.
As will be tonight. All of these teams in this division are extremely strong, especially these top 3, top 4 teams, us included.
It's the top 4 discussion here is massive.
I mean, it's headbutting all the time.
Yeah, there's a lot of conflict. There's a lot of clash here. Teams, once again, still just taking their time.
Meaning an 80% map win rate for a team like Syracuse is threatening in this division, should be sure. That's a very high map win rate for how competitive this division is.
It is. It's insanely high. And yeah, like you said, Syracuse right on their heels with that. Boise holding a respectable 71% map win rate.
So it makes me think about, and it makes me hope, cross my fingers kind of thing, that Kansas has a little bit of something that we can inject into our gameplay based on our familiarity with Syracuse.
Yeah.
Perhaps we have something that's new to
Ramatra ban?
Ramatra ban.
Who banned Ramatra? KU bans Ramatra.
Okay, so
okay, interesting. Yeah.
So let's talk about the Ramatra ban.
Yes, please.
So Ramatra has shown to have sort of worked his way back into the meta.
I kind of like that.
With this mid-season patch. He already was earlier into the season. And that's just
there we go.
That's just simply because Brawl is so strong right now that Ram will always find his way into a Brawl meta and a Rush meta if speed is strong. So similar to how if Zarya gets buffed, you get characters like Reaper sort of getting mixed into the meta because they benefit so much from Zarya Bubble. When those characters sort of fall out of rotation, Zarya falls out of favor a little bit, then the Rush becomes centered around your Ramatra because Ramatra's just a better Reinhardt, and there just aren't that many Rush and Brawl characters in this game.
Well,
Orisa is gutted.
His ultimate is such a counter to, it's a punish to an overcommit on a dive.
It is, and it's again it's a sustain tool, right? So Ramatra has always been a character about sustain. Previously in his lifespan, it was what they called like a block slop. Like this is just a block slop tank. You just sit on point and hold right click and hope that you live for 10 minutes, but. Now you see him sort of evolving, changing to benefit even more from the speed. So now he's a very aggressive, in-your-face tank, and you sort of hit and back up, very similar to the Zarya comp.
Yeah.
So it's almost like with Zarya falling out of the meta just a little bit with the changes. The nerfs weren't even that strong, but it just goes to show how fragile the meta is. To be sure, Ramatra is up there now, probably an A tier at the least pick.
And Syracuse coming out with the Reaper ban,
yes.
that just makes a lot of sense, especially if you're going to see...
Oh, so I'll tell you what it is.
Yeah, just talk about the Reaper ban.
Yeah, so
while we got a second here.
So it's really simple. It's just the same thing, right? So the Ramatra ban is to prevent this sort of brawl heavy comps from coming out, and then the Reaper ban is to prevent the Zarya brawl heavy comps from coming out. So it also potentially protects a Diva pick. So we see a Diva pick coming out and a Monkey ban coming out. So both teams on the dive comp now that the brawl has been banned.
Yeah, and I totally had another point I was going to talk about, and I totally forgot. Oh yeah, one thing that our production manager Alex and I talked about before stream was the mental boom aspect of this game. Whichever team mental disappears first will probably lose this game in a quick fashion.
Oh yeah, this is a fragile. This is
and the opening picks come out here. Lunar finds Swirlhawk, but Swirl gets one back onto Mac. That's a DPS for a support. Azier finds one onto my dog die. That's the tank going down early to a Tracer. Now I will say we are seeing Fake Alfie and Ashton on their preferred DPS characters. We are seeing Cynics on the Wu Yang, not the Lucio tonight, released for right now. Swirlhawk on that Kiriko. My dog died on the Diva.
I do fully expect to see the Lucio come out once these bans have dropped next map.
Oh, I would be shocked if we do not see some Cynics Lucio gameplay.
Okay, we're full wrapping here. Check this out.
Got to go in on that Lucio. Got to find that kill. They're not going to be able to. Winston's going to counter dive. Cynics finds one onto Azier, but Diva's close to D, making that Winston. His electricity can just ignore her. I forget what the ability is called. Just her delete, essentially.
The eat?
Yeah, the
DM?
Eat. The DM.
A lot of words for
Lunar, though, finds one back onto Fake Alfie. That's a DPS player down, but they'll trade him out for Mac the Sojourn, for Syracuse off the board. That Lucio falls to Cynic. Swirl finds Lunar. This should be point here for the Jayhawks. Just got to mop up that Tracer. And Swirlhawk will find that kill. Sorry for the awkward pause. But a good response from Kansas. They don't let Syracuse crest that 50% threshold. Really critical here. Ultimate's coming online now. Ashton sitting on that pulse. Wu Yang with his title. Lunar close to the Rampage. I don't know if it's... Is it Rampage or is it Primal?
Primal Rage.
Primal Rage. The Nano for B-Dog comes online. The Nano is going to go out. There's Lunar now with his Primal Rage online. Oh, they Wu Yanged Ashton. Nice. That finds a kill on a B-Dog. Azier finds on a Cynics. My dog died. Trades him out for Mac. The trade's going the way of Kansas. They are in a really comfortable spot. Here comes that Primal Rage just to delay.
With that Primal whatsoever. We have point control.
Yeah,
they
don't have point control. That's kind of an interesting play here from Syracuse. They're not really finding full value, and they're going to lose Azier for it too.
Yeah, Lunar maybe thought
the Pulse Bomb comes through. Pulse Bomb gets no value. Here comes the Kitsune to counter the beat. I like that. I like this play. Could have been onto site a little bit more though. It does give them the wrap. Swirl finds Saint. That's huge. Got to keep my dog alive, but Mac finds the headshot with the overclock. My dog died just going to run down the B-Dog, but he will lose it. Fake Alfie, though, keeps Mac suppressed. Azier falls to Cynics, and that's still point for Kansas.
Okay, so this is one thing to talk about. The Wu Yang into Tracer is such a strong pick. I mean, you feel very threatened by Wu Yang if you're Tracer. And so this Tracer 1v1 became a lot more complicated for Azier. Ashton has a lot more help because of the Wu Yang.
Oh, and here we go. We see Fake Alfie with his blade online. The only ultimate that is even remotely close to be up for this next and potentially last fight for Syracuse.
Oh, they find Lucio early!
And Fake Alfie finds the kill. Oh! Quick, and they find Azier as well. Lucio and Tracer off the board for Syracuse, and potentially this is the last fight here. This is it. This is it right here. They got to find something.
Just like the touches now.
Yeah, one ultimate on the board for Syracuse. Here comes that blade diving in. The Suzu forced out. B-Dog goes down. Sojourn caught out. The touch is on, though, for Syracuse, but it's only 3 members left. And no Pulse Bomb. Swirlhawk falls off the map or gets punched off by the Lunar, and that's going to be it. Point 1 on Busan goes to Kansas.
Wow, all right. So, what a map. I'm very, very happy. We are heated up fully here, it seems, firing on all cylinders.
Absolutely.
Absolutely love to see with the efficiency that Swirlhawk is getting damage at.
It's good.
Difference maker.
He's taken some lessons from the game against, I believe that was it Boise State? Yeah, it was the game against Boise State, and their
Kiriko was very threatening.
Yeah, what was his name again? What was the Boise State Kiriko player's name? I forget. I should have written this down.
Oh goodness.
We can hold on. We can look it up right now while we wait in preface.
Yeah.
It's bothering me that I don't remember this.
I'll search that up for you.
But yeah, really excellent response from Kansas here. I believe it was Lyric. I want to say it was Lyric.
It's clear, I believe.
There was not
playing. Okay, well,
anyway,
they essentially have a couple of players, but that was that team that was beating us on the flank with the Kiriko, with the Tracer. That was maybe a win condition that we have solved. You think? Look at this full wrap. By the way.
But
look at this full wrap.
Goodness gracious, this is an aggressive full wrap here from Syracuse with the Zarya comp here.
The Sigma comp is something new that we're trying out.
We've just changed Cool, we've effectively swapped sides.
We're playing Ring Around the Posy right now. This is
Around the Posy, yeah.
a game of tag right now.
Pockets full of rosies. And here we go, some early damage on My Dog Died. Finds Mac with the help of Ashton. That's a DPS player down. There's Zarya's looking really worse for wear. The Rock comes through and finds the kill. Lucio gets felled by Ashton's shotgun here. Sorry, I was trying to use Ash. Ash is playing... Ashton is playing Ash. Yep. There we go.
Here's
Too much of the same sounding name. I hate him for this. He will be hearing from me after this. But a great first fight here from Kansas. They did everything perfectly there. They responded to the deep wrap from Syracuse, able to keep those hopes alive.
Yeah, absolutely. Love to see the Sigma comp coming out. This is a new thing we've been trying. I had the privilege to warm up with this team just earlier, just about 15 minutes ago, and they were running this comp on this map.
But that shield eats the rock from Sig. That's not good. Ashton looking worse for wear here in the backline. Fake Alfie trying to run down the Tracer of Azir. And he'll instead find Mac once again completely oblivious to the danger lurking. Azir Lunar quick to follow after. B-Dog again right immediately after that too. And that's going to be a team kill for Kansas. Huge value for the Jayhawks.
Everybody on KU right now has slightly more ult charge in their respective role, except for tank.
That was a good dynamite from Ashton's Ash.
Oh yeah, he's gonna have Bob pre-fight here. That's a really big win condition.
Bob is such a good ultimate to have into this composition.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
They have so many. And Azir swaps off the Tracer in for the Symmetra. I like that. I like that pick, unironically.
You can find value off of the Sig Shield, and
it looks like, and Syracuse really want to play that wrap game. It looks like, so they're just going to be able to just be even more aggressive with flank plays. Here comes the Kitsune from Swirlhawk, matching the Kitsune of B-Dog. It looks like, yep, Bob ult went out too. Cynics with the title. Fake Alfie falls, though, to Lunar. Mac finds Swirl. This is not going the way of Kansas. They probably need to look for a reset here. There goes My Dog Died, and that's going to be point cap for the Oranges. A good fight from them. And they're up on ult economy, too.
We did spend the Bob and the Kitsune to try to win that fight, and it only came out from Syracuse, so two for one there.
2 for 1, and now they have Overclock online. Fake Alfie's Blade soon to follow. My Dog Died has that Graviton Flux.
It does look like
here comes the Wu Yang.
Yep.
Oh, and he misses the one onto Symmetra, and Azir will find 2. Fake Alfie blading for some reason here. I'm not sure what was going on with that.
Oh, a little bit of a miscommunication there. It definitely appears.
Full miscommunication, and also, dare I say, the miscommunication on the beat. Wholly unnecessary from Saint.
Yeah.
2.
Well, I suppose if you're going to spend Blade for no reason, it's okay when the opponent spends B.
Yeah,
for no
I
reason.
mean, hey, B for Blade, B for B. I like that.
1 for 1.
Now the only ultimate that Syracuse are going to have online here for this next fight is going to be that Symmetra wall, and an incredibly powerful one at that, but it grabs 2 with the Graviton Flux. Does not quite find a kill here. Fake Alfie needs to be careful. Here comes that Sim wall, and Mac finds the kill. Lunar following up on Cynics. Not a great fight here from Kansas.
Mac has an off angle that is absolutely controlling this map right now, and we need to solve it ASAP.
Kansas able to adapt so well on point 1 and for a good half of this one. Can they do it again? Gonna pull out the Zarya mirror here.
Find the Lucio early.
Oh, they almost do. Zim TP in behind, followed by a Kitsune from B-Dog, but it looks like Fake Alfie is going to go ahead and pull out the Tracer instead of Ashton, and he'll just go ahead and wrap around a point and force Syracuse to retreat. Oh, but he's going to get collapsed upon by 2 Syracuse players, and that's going to be point 2 here for the Oranges. What a clean bit there from Ashton just to cap us off.
I'm about to blow your mind.
Yeah.
It is, I think that it's just the orange.
Is it just the
oranges as in the fruit.
I thought like
it's
their players
orange.
were like the oranges.
No, it's the Syracuse orange.
I know it's the orange, but I thought like their players would be like the oranges.
They're the Syracuse orange, and we're the Kansas Jayhawk. Singular.
Oh yeah, totally.
We can drive the Jayhawk like a kaiju, or like a. We can fight the Jayhawk kaiju with the.
So Henry, instead of blowing my mind, are you in fact beating me to a pulp right now?
What? Was that a dad joke?
Yes.
All right, wrap it up, buddy.
Henry, would you expect anything less from me? The guy who tries to alliterate on stream at least once per cast.
Oh my goodness. Oh goodness gracious.
But anyway, as we've been sitting here cracking dad jokes, Kansas find an almost early opening kill here. Syracuse going for a really aggressive wrap yet again. And team is trading out, but Lunar is felled, followed by Saint. This is a great opening fight win here for Kansas. Can they translate it into something more? Cynics is felled by Azir, but Azir gets traded out by Fake Alfie. Ashton finds one on the back. An amazing turn of events here to change of fortune for Kansas. Love to see it.
A good sustain there. Good job from the supports keeping my dog dead alive as we were on the back foot there. Able to find the Zarya just because the Zarya overcommitted. Walking on that bridge, just sort of beaming each other down. It was a toss-up to who lives. Ashton on the off angle here, getting a lot of value on of poke on the back line. Zarya's able to walk through here, though. Swirlhawk's on 4 HP. He falls. And Lunar getting a bunch of value here, just walking through the team. Why is he so charged already? That's why. My Cynics is shooting bubbles!
Ooh,
Quit it!
but it's not going to be enough. It's just one singular Lucio against so much firepower.
31% for the Jayhawks, though. Good early lead
good.
to start. We're looking to work the right room here.
It's good. And the Orange have done a much better job of reclaiming a fight.
Feel your glare from my left without even looking at you.
Yes, well, everybody neglected to correct me last night for Rocket League, so now I feel like a real idiot. But Lunar finds an opening kill on the Mike Dog deck. Not a great start here for Kansas. They'll go ahead and mop up the rest of the squad, save Ashton. He needs to scurry back to spawn, and he'll get away.
Would have liked to seen a little bit more patience there. I think we've had great patience throughout this game, but waiting for that Ashton off angle to sort of develop and turn into what it needed to be would have been a little bit better.
Yeah, absolutely there. And because again, he found the one key, he found an opening kill there. I think onto a support player too. B-Dog's Kitsune now online. So is Swirlhawks.
There's the grab. It's a huge grab.
It's a massive. It's a humongous grab, but now they have beat. The timing has been lost, and Mac is going to find 3 kills with the disruption shot. He'll find 4 kills denied, an ace by B-Dog.
Oh, man.
But an absolute catastrophic misplay from Kansas. The opportunity was there to get so many with that one Graviton. Although, on the flip side, they do get beat off the board. They get OC off the board, and now Blade and Kitsune and their own beat will be online for this next fight, but they have to win it. We are entering 1-2 fight territory here, and the longer that clock ticks.
Oh, find that Lucio.
They'll get the Lucio.
The
humongous. If they can keep the pressure on the site here and try to get a cap, there's something here for Kansas to work with, but they have to get this through. They have to cap this now.
No! Where'd the bubble go? He stood on the pulse bomb like it was a grenade.
He did.
Get down, Mr. President.
He tried to protect his squad, but it's all falling apart here. And now, instead of one fight territory, this is going to be it. It's broken. It's horrifically broken for Kansas, and it looks like Busan's going to go the way of the Orange. Unless a heroic last-second Blade here. Can he find the Lucio? He'll find the Lucio. The ball coming out as a last-ditch effort. But Alfie gets felled by the disruption shot again. My dog died's ball, not able to do anything. Mac finds Ashton. And that's going to be it for Busan. And map number 1, Syracuse take a 1-0 lead in the series.
To run out of gas there just a little bit, honestly.
They started rushing. Kansas started rushing.
Started rushing things, but also started rushing things without a whole lot of thought as to where to put our DPS. That was a main key issue with that last map.
Absolutely.
How are we going to get fake Alfie value on Genji into that? We need to be putting more emphasis on setting him up for success.
Oh, and a great play of game here from Ashton while we were talking.
Well,
now here's the thing.
It's a tough one.
If Kansas still want to take that second place, they have to win the next 3 perfectly.
Yes, so
if they still want a second place finish, they cannot drop another map. So if they want the 3rd place, they can afford to give another one, but then they'll have to reverse sweep it, and that's a tall task against such a stacked Syracuse side.
So you got to get the reverse sweep regardless right now to go up in standings. However, I believe we're capable. We just need a little bit more. Honestly, I think that our mental battle is losing right now.
Oh,
I can
you
sort
could
of
you could
feel
feel
the
you could
vibe.
feel the shift on that 3rd point on Busan. Like the shift was there; it was palpable.
We need to
Palpable. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
All right. Can we get this guy out of here? we need to apply the same patience that we used the first map of Busan to the following maps, and we really needed it in that second map. I absolutely think we were capable of taking down
1,000%.
that second map with the SIG comp. We should be at a point now where that is the most comfortable way to play that map, although Busan already not a favorable map pick for Kansas. No. So I'm still confident in our team, but we need to apply that same patience. We need to apply the same sort of like logical precision that we were using to get value from our DPS on what's it called? It's not City Center. It's the one with the two high ground. The first map.
I think it's I think it's like Marketplace or something like
Whatever.
that.
The first map of Busan. I don't play Busan. Nobody picks Busan.
Nobody picks Busan.
Chooses Busan.
Although I think the teams beforehand said they were just going to forego the map pool for PEC and just kind of play maps on vibes.
Is it real?
If they're to be believed, I don't remember exactly, but I think they just kind of said
Busan is
they're going to do that instead.
The forced first map pick for this week.
Okay.
Every week there is a different Koth map as the first map. Last week it was Antarctic Peninsula. This week it is
which
Busan.
caused quite a kerfuffle in the if you remember from last week.
Oh, believe me, I remember when we were waiting for the teams to decide whether it was week 7 or week 8. Which week was it? If only it was week 6 and week 7. All right, listen, we need to apply a little bit more patience. We need to apply a little bit more precision. And then another thing that we need to be doing is we need to be just like more cohesive as a team.
Yeah,
we were playing that last map like 1v5, but 5 of us playing 1v5. Like it was so split up. We saw the Blade on the second map, of course, which was a bit of a disaster.
Yeah,
and potentially lost us the map. But again, the ultimates on that last map, also same story. A little bit uncoordinated. The grab, not a whole lot of thought behind it, I feel like. I mean, I'm sure that there was thought there, and there were 3 in the grab, and it got the beat out. But there wasn't follow-up. There wasn't an angle that we needed. There wasn't angle control in general. So just some key factors that we're going to need to keep an eye on going into map 2.
Yeah, absolutely. Here.
What's the ban? Ban's up on the screen.
Ban's up on the screen.
All right,
and what was the map again? Circuit
Royal.
The Sigma ban coming out from Syracuse, and a May ban from Kansas.
All right, so let's break it down.
Yeah, please.
So the Sigma ban forces both teams into a brawl.
So probably going to see Ramatra now.
Right, probably Ramatra or Zarya. I'm not sure which one we're going to see. But Circuit Royal has already sort of evolved into a map where Sigma isn't viable. So I'm not so concerned because it is like the poke map.
It's the poke map, and Sigma is anti-range.
It's simply not a playable character in the current meta. Unfortunately, Sig is just not a real pick anymore. But so we do see the Sig ban, which prevents the traditional Sigma comps from coming out. We won't see anything too pokey here. Orisa, not a viable pick. So the May maybe just changes the brawl dynamic just a little bit.
A little bit.
We're looking at a Reaper here potentially.
I do love some May gameplay.
This won't be probably. I'd be surprised if this is our patented double flex. Yeah, like I said, we're coming out on double hit scan. So this map is not a map that we're able to play something like Trace or Genji. Simply because of that long sightline, and all the sightlines on this map are long. That's why Poke is played. But we're not able to play double flex. They're not going to get any value. So we do see quadruple hit scan, essentially, because Freya is played by the hit scan player, coming out here with the Sojourn, Ashe, Freya, and Widowmaker. And
Cynic's not electing to not bring Lucio to match Saint on Syracuse. He's going to stick on the Wu Yang.
I agree. I agree with this pick, absolutely, because the Lucio is essential to sort of engage. The Lucio is essential to bring the team fight to Kansas if you're Syracuse. But the Wu Yang sort of wants to play from a distance. Wu Yang wants to take advantage of this bridge and all other high grounds on the map where he's going to find tons and tons of poke value.
Yeah. Oh, and a lot of good damage coming out early onto Lunar. Oh, and a really good... Is that like his... I don't remember. His slow, yeah.
Yeah, the Ramatra grab.
I was trying to think of his the ability's name, but yeah, the Ramatra grab doing a great job of trying to zone off Lunar. He's gonna have to form early. My Dog Knight has to form to match this, but Lunar's DPS doing a great job of forcing Kansas off the high ground, steadily gaining ground. But Ashton finds the opening kill onto Matt, getting that Widowmaker off the board. Huge pick for him. That's going to give him a lot of freedom to roll. He's going to find Azier. Ashton collecting both the heads of Syracuse DPS.
Swirlhawk Baptiste, a little bit of a niche pick here, but again, Everyone on the team is looking to capitalize from this map, sightline.
They know that Widow's going to be playing in there.
Yep, this first point is deadly for Widowmaker, though.
Cracks off a shot, misses the first, hits the second, but unfortunately it's onto a tank player, so it's not going to do a too-whole awful lot. Kansas need to be careful here. Syracuse
got to rotate right now, or he's going to get caught out.
He's going to get caught out. My dog died having to form and drop height. His form lasting just a little bit longer. Here comes the window, but my dog died is now down, so they're going to have to retreat from this window potentially. Not able to maximize its full value here, and Syracuse are just going to be play patient and back off.
Syracuse does now have the window in the pocket as an ultimate up on Kansas.
But the Bob soon to be online here for Ashton, and that can be a huge bit of play here, assuming he can stay alive to fully capitalize on it.
He has to stay alive here. That's going to be the touch. If we're going to contest this point again, we have to have Bob, because we need to engage with something that doesn't so matter if it's good. There it is.
Then the title's also on.
It's not on point! It missed the point! The Bob's not on sitting on the cart. Forces my dog to jump in front of the window.
The Wu Ying ult came out here, forced the annihilation coming out from Syracuse here, but they're still being denied the disruption shot just sitting on it. Here comes the beat for Syracuse. Oh, Luna's going to get stripped of it. Azir's going to fall too, and Kansas somehow turn this one around and reclaim it. Get back some ground. My dog dive also having to use his annihilation there to stay alive. Nobody really close to an ult except for fake Alfie's overclock.
See, that's the patient that we like to see. I mean, seriously, we messed up the Bob placement, and we still were able to turn that fight because we had the patience.
You just get so much value out of Bob, too. Ashton finds an early one onto Mac. Mac abandoning the Widowmaker now in favor of trying to get some of that late poke and touch potential from a Tracer. No other changes to the rosters for either team so far in terms of their champion or their hero pick. Oh, but Azir finds a kill into Ashton. An unfortunate thing to give up here if you're Kansas. You really need him alive. Fake Alfie's overclock now online. Cynics will find Azir. There's no ultimate close to being online for Syracuse now.
It's an even fight.
It is an even fight.
My dog has to stay alive on point here. He's the touch.
Here comes the overclock from Fake Alfie. Syracuse are going to retreat away from it just to stay alive. Windows of opportunity quite literally being missed here for some potential damage shots from Fake Alfie.
This is good. It stalls out the point just a little bit longer to set up Ash on the high ground. This is the angle you want from your Ash player.
And the more poke he can get, the faster he can get a Bob back. And the faster that Kansas get Bob back is the faster they can extend a touch.
Wow, a really quick window there. I wasn't expecting that
at all.
That
was a lightning fast window here, too. And here comes the overclock from Azir. He's going to find Swirlhawk's invincibility. Ashton's going to destroy B-Dogs.
We're windowing to mirror here just to keep my dog guide alive. He has to.
Yeah, and there comes the Wu Yang ult too. He won't be able to find anybody with it, but now the Bob's back online. Here comes the Bob. The Bob lands exactly where it needs to be. The beat coming out from Sane, but it's going to get burned and melted away here. And Cynics is going to find a kill into Lunar. Kansas look like they can do it here and hold Syracuse to the first point, and they will! Kansas holding strong like a tree against a fierce wind. They'll withstand the orange assault.
You got some zingers, man.
I try.
You got some funny ones that you just whip out of nowhere. It's wow.
I try my best, Henry. I try with the alliteration. I try with the dad jokes. I try with the Zennial humor, as it were, being one of the resident Zennials for Kansas esports. You know. But yes, that was...
You lean millennial, let's be real. That's not to call you old, but your humor leans millennial, and I'm here for it.
You can call me old, Henry. I'm 24. You can call me old.
No.
I'm a monk now.
Hey, I turned 20 in 4 days.
Oh my God, you're so
status
young.
too.
No, dude, you're turning 20. Please stop.
No
but anyway, to talk about the game again, an amazing showing from Kansas. You are absolutely right, Henry, when you say that was the patience we needed to see from them. 1,000%. It was a really great showing from them. But now can they translate that success on defense into offense?
Yeah, so we win that matchup because the later into the fight that your Ramatra ults, well, I won't even I'll generalize even further, actually. The later into the fight that your support ults, your tank ults come out on this map, the better for your team. The later you can sit and hold and wait. I mean, if you're able to keep... Sorry, guys. All right. Technical difficulties over here.
Yeah.
No. Folks, keeping the ultimates there for those fights was the key difference maker for KU. Having the Ramatra ability to stay alive in front of that window
Oh, a
was
good
a
off
difference
angle
maker.
from Ashton. Gets some good dynamite pressure onto the back line here. Lots of damage coming out early. Syracuse opting to go for a really aggressive hold here on this corner. If they can pull it off, it'll be very successful, but if they get punished like they're fixing to do, there goes Lunar. An amazing and really great well-timed invincibility lantern from Swirlhawk onto my dog died. Sorry, folks. I consumed an entire medium pizza before stream because I'm smart, and so I'm having to fight hiccups. But anyway, Kansas doing a really great job. We're gonna see Lunar switch off onto the Orisa, switching to the Robo Horse.
Yeah, not a big fan of
Oh,
the
but
horse lately.
Saint finds a great kill onto Cynics. That's not good. My dog dive fell by Saint again, and there goes Fake Alfie. Kansas need to full retreat here and stay alive.
Swirlhawk looking very poised on the Baptiste. I'm really liking what he's been cooking up right now. He's got all cooldowns on lock, keeping everybody alive, and Ashton able to sustain through every fight. I mean, your hit scan's alive at the end of the fight. You're doing something right.
And Ashton putting in amazing amounts of work, getting insane value on this Ashton. This Ashton playing on Ashton. This Ashton playing on Ash. He's getting insane value playing himself, as I sure hope he would. He tries to find that kill onto Saint, but Saint's going to slip away. Max felled here. Azir with the Freya ult. B-Dog with the Tidal Surge. Here comes the Tide. And they're going to... Oh! My dog gets caught by it. Swirlhawk is felled. Azir finds Cynics. Fake Alfie gets one back onto Azir.
Would have liked to have backed up in anticipation of that Wu Yang ult,
Oh,
so we
but
could
the
re-engage
form
the
gets
window.
instantly melted from my dog died here. Kansas need to slow it down again. They're trying to force things again.
Yep, we're sitting in a little bit of comfortability right now. Won that first sequence pretty strongly, but now we need to recognize as soon as ults are on the board, we have to be more methodical. We have to put this window somewhere that it gains us space, it gains us momentum. Put them on the back foot.
Now, the interesting thing here, too, is there is going to be no title on the board for Syracuse, but it looks like it's going to be a massive ult dump of a fight here, as almost every other ult in the lobby is going to be coming online here.
See which one comes out first. That's going to be the engage in the fight. A lot of poke coming onto Ashen here. He's
Yeah, huge amount of poke, but my dog dies again early. You can't be having this happen as your Kansas. Not aware! Another one back on Lunar. That's amazing. But Swirlhawk also felled here. Fake Alfie just getting picked out. I don't think the Genji's working like they want him to into such heavy poke.
Have to capitalize on the fact that your Orisa is walking back from spawn here. We need to walk up. We
Gotta go
need
quick.
to get value from this Orisa not being part of this fight.
Yep, they got to quick.
They know it.
Yep.
They know it. Ramatra taking all the space. Syracuse on the back foot, waiting.
But no more Freya ult on the board, though the title's close to coming back. Saint burned his Kitsune. Here come the ultimates from Kansas. There goes the Bob-on. Here comes the Blade. They'll try to end it now. If they win this fight, I think that's going to be game. Or at least map anyway. My dog died felled. Saint and Azir die for Syracuse. This is a good trade out in value here. They're going to get a lot of ground, but now they have nothing. No ults on the board. And
Wow, what a
Ashton
spear.
gets absolutely decimated. I think Kansas over-ulted here, and it's going to come back to bite them.
I think we waited too long, too. We waited so long, lost a couple of fights in between the Wu Yang ult coming out. The Wu Yang ult was online for the Blade, and it wasn't able to find anything.
No, and I think there was just an over-ult there. I think if you have Bob after you find some of those kills on the DPS and support player, you Bob in. That gives you even more space and extra guns to deal with. But just now it's the last final seconds here. This is it. This is the final fight with an Orisa ult on the board. Not a great look here.
My dog died already out of mech.
Oh, and he just gets obliterated by the Orisa ult, and that's going to be it. We're going to go to an overtime point here, and we might see a tie.
No, they lost. We lose.
How? Syracuse didn't cap point.
Say again?
Oh, no, wait, that's right. Kansas just straight wins it.
Yes, that's right. So this game mode,
We just forgot to change the names at the top. Never mind, Kansas win. Never mind, we're good.
No, Kansas loses.
They lose? Oh, because that's right.
Yes.
Syracuse was on defense.
Yes, so right. So we hold
Which
them
is-
the first point, and then we're not able to cap first point.
But they didn't cap first point either.
I
Syracuse
know.
didn't. They held to 0, which
You've played the game.
I have played the game. I didn't think they capped first point.
It doesn't matter, right? anywhere that the cart ends up, if it has been pushed even 2 meters, we saw this in OWCS last year, the cart was pushed less than 1 meter.
Oh yeah, that's right. Because when you change sides,
And then you flip sides, and the offense...
which to me makes no sense.
It's all right. All we have
Like
to know...
from a balance perspective, like it's weird.
All we have to know is that Syracuse pushed the cart further than us, disappointingly. Not very far at all.
No.
Which I was feeling confident going into that second round. I'm pretty disappointed right now. I think that we again lost the mental battle. We lost the fight planning battle. We lost the confidence battle.
Mhm.
We sat there and we waited and we waited and we waited. And by the time our opportunity came, it was too late. We lost, I believe, my dog died 3 times in between the Wu Yang ult being used and our blade being used and that last ultimate fight that we saw.
Yeah.
The 4 ultimates for Kansas came out at the same time, which is not necessarily a bad thing, but when you're thinking about Circuit Royale, you want to use an ultimate to clear that bridge, to clear that first angle. So, for example, the Bob clears the first angle. Then, when the opponent is backing up, you look at where they reposition, and then you engage with the blade, and then you punish with the Ramatra Annihilation. You have to use some things after the opponent has repositioned. You simply can't just ult dump and expect everyone to find a pick, and then you win.
Yep.
No one's going to find a pick because they have the tools to deal with it if you all press Q at once. If you force something out first and then engage, better off for Kansas.
I 1,000% agree. I think the ult dump is what loses Kansas the match there.
Absolutely.
1,000%. So I think we're going to turn it over to a quick little 5-minute break while the teams refresh and recoup and give us a chance to refresh and recoup. It is terribly hot in the casting room here at KU. So yeah, we're going to take a little bit of a cool down break for 5 minutes. Stay tuned, folks. We'll be right back. Welcome back, everybody. It's Henry and I. We've been here the whole time. So, Henry, the bands.
Yes. Okay.
What do we think?
So we have the Mauga band coming out. Oh, it is Kings Row, by the way. We didn't talk about that. We were playing Kings. The
Shocker.
Classic. So many Kings in these series. So many. Almost every match.
Yeah.
Anyways, so we have the Mauga band coming out from KU. This is part of this sort of mid-season meta shift. We've seen more Mauga being played. We've seen more Mauga being played as this like sort of hyper rush like brawl. It's like a rush engage comp. You literally just play to go stomp somebody. It's a Goomba stomp comp. You even see play. You even see it played with a Symmetra. You literally TP your Mauga on the head of the enemy and stomp them. So,
oh my,
that's potentially stopping a Mauga
Samoan Mario
coming out. But we do see the Wu Yang band as well. The Wu Yang band from Syracuse signals that they're a little bit frightened by the Cynic's poke. I do believe that he showed his capability on Wu Yang last map on Circuit Royale.
Now, Henry, do you see something that the Syracuse tank player is playing? I see a ball.
I do. I see a ball. I'm not terribly surprised. So this first Kings Row point, this is probably, by the way, this is probably just to go look out the window.
Probably.
Almost certainly. However, if it's not, playing these sort of like hyperdive characters like a Doomfist, you see Super TF, we're familiar with Super TF, play the Doomfist on this first point Kings, because it's really strong to be able to take high ground control early, and dive characters
Widow's not really going to get anything for that. Mac's probably going to swap off here onto the Bastion.
Yep.
Oh, no, never mind. Onto the Cassidy.
Either one, a good pick here.
I like Bastion a lot. Lunar taking a lot of damage early on here. So is my dog died, but the wrap coming through here. You know, with how much Syracuse likes to wrap, do you think they have a preference on like which fast food place has the best like burrito wrap? And Ashton, speaking of wrapping, wraps around back and finds a pick onto Mac. Sorry. Our producer is saying that Syracuse's pick is Taco Bell for wraps. Cynics finds one onto B-Dog. Cynics finds one onto Saint. He'll find both support players.
So they don't have as good a taste in wraps. I think our pick is probably Chipotle.
Yeah.
Chipotle
I would say, given how much our support player of Swirlhawk and our tank player of My Dog Died enjoy going to Chipotle. But now Fake Alfie on his Genji on the high ground here. Ashton running through the backline again. Finds that pick onto Mac for a second time in a row here. Humongous value, but My Dog Died and Lunar traded out in tandem with each other. Ashton needs to get out of there, but he will not. Saint fells the Reaper.
3v3 with flex supports, flex DPS on point.
Teleport out, and the Suzu out here. This should be a free kill onto Saint. It is.
We're trading 1-for-1.
Trading Kirikos.
So even.
Azir goes down, but now the Zarya's back. I think they... No,
they get one more tick here. The pulse ball did come out from Azir. Are we going to look for another touch? Probably. Looks like we're looking to bubble Reaper in.
They just don't have it. You just gotta leave this.
Gotta play arches. That's all we got left.
Yeah, it's unfortunate here, but that's going to be the name of the game. Ashton taking a lot of damage early on here. They're going to find that kill because he's got no Wraith form. The Suzu from Swirlhawk, good, but like they don't have the Ashton to really take advantage of this because, you know, he can now no longer infinitely reach into the pocket dimension for more shotguns.
If we're going to win one map, this is the map to win.
A good pick from Swirlhawk onto Mac, but now the counter Kitsune finds My Dog Died. He is felled. Lunar finds Swirl. It's falling apart here. Cynics with a beat, but just there's no value to use it. Fake Alfie fell deep in the back line. What is happening here?
My Dog Died face checking just a little bit too often here. We're not as confident as we should be in the... Confident? As respectful towards the enemy Zarya. She is high charge consistently. There is a big threat in the front line, and My Dog Died needs to know that. He needs to respect it. He needs to play off of his Reaper a little bit more here. Fake Alfie fighting the Tracer in that right room. We'll see what Flex DPS takes it. Right,
good pick from Swirlhawk on to Lunar. Hope here for Kansas.
Absolutely, just putting more pressure on the backline here. We do have high ground control.
Yeah.
Ashton poking out the backline.
Yeah, but they're just going to get away here. They're going to retreat to the other side of Arches, safe and sound. Now, I don't know if you remember, Henry, that game we casted where Kansas absolutely bullied another team into their spawn doors. I don't think that will ever happen here. but it would be really funny. And a
I would be surprised.
Graviton from both.
Wow,
no, only one
it's just
Graviton
one
here.
Grab. We'd all turned around.
But
to the
now
right
here comes the counter Graviton, and Azier, they're going to get my dog died. Fake Alfie's going to go ahead and Blade. He'll find one. Can he get a second? He'll find B-Dog. Huge value here for the Blade. He won't be able to get another no third head to collect for the Samurai, or sorry, for the Ninja, and he will fall and die.
Zinnik's got to live here.
He has to live. Oh, almost pathed wrong. He was going to get headed off by Saint, who will throw a kunai right between his eyes. And that's a huge stagger that Kansas can ill afford to have. This is not looking good. This is looking pretty bad. The Kitsune comes out here. Good Kitsune from Swirlhawk. They're going to go ahead and shove the orange back far off of point here around the corner. Ultimate's coming online now. The counter Kitsune with Blade comes through here. Or not, no, Blade. What did I hear a Blade sound for? I'm hallucinating. I am fully hallucinating, but that's going to be
just both Kitsunes out for that fight.
It was both Kitsunes. I thought there was another ult that went. No, it was just
That's all
both
they
Kitsunes. Both Kitsunes.
A little bit of a struggle to get some momentum here for KU. Feeling a little bit nervous.
Syracuse fully in the driver's seat. That OC online for Ashen trying to pressure out Mac. He'll get the kill. A huge bit of value here. Can Kansas translate this into something? It has to translate it into something here. Lunar's super weak, but he'll get Suzu'd and get away. And that's going to be a missed opportunity from Kansas. Fake Alfie electing to dive in there. Has to get bubbled to escape. In Kansas, they'll only find one kill. Syracuse doing a great job of fading away from the pressure, keeping their tank alive.
Play for
Mac
grab here.
will find one back onto Ashen as revenge for earlier.
We need to play for grab here. 75 to it. 80 to
Oh,
it.
the beat. No beat. That was just an amp.
Oh man, their Zarya is just farming
That
right
was
now.
such a good grab from Lunar, and that's going to be a full route here for Kansas. Ashen having to retreat back into spawn to sit. He's going to have to go for a touch here.
Emergency touch.
He's going to get pressured off. It's not going to happen because Mac's just going to be able to fell him, and that's going to be it, I believe, for point. No, we get some touch on. Oh, but Cynics and my dog died go down, and that's a quick and efficient for like offensive possession here. Possession or side, I should say, sorry, for Syracuse. And it's dire. It is so dire for Kansas.
Okay, I'm going to blow some people's minds, but I think that we self-ban the Zarya in this instance. I think the Malga ban is a mistake.
Yeah.
And this is just because I think we're so confident with this Zarya Reaper stuff, but we're just not able to do it. We're not able to get the value we need.
No, we're not.
My dog died, maybe feeling a little bit of rage. He is feeling a little bit frustrated right now, I'm sure, with the state of his team comp. However, you have to keep in mind, we can full cap this. We're still in this game. We can play for a win. We can play for a draw. There's a lot of outcomes here that aren't the 3-0, so my fingers are still crossed, of course.
Well, a draw is not ideal.
Draw is not ideal, but it extends our ability to play.
Because then how do we determine a tiebreaker then? Because like we would assuming this goes to a tie and Kansas wins the next two, we're tied to 2 apiece. We'd have to replay this one anyway.
We have to run the map 6. Yep. So I think that there are a few problem childs for KU. A few kinks we need to sort out. First off, getting the Reaper more value. Second off, it sounds simple, but perhaps not charging the Zarya so much. The Zarya is literally just standing in the front line. Like, she should be dying far more than she is, but she's so high charged that she can be super, super confident in her supports to keep her alive.
Yeah, and we're gonna see Mac elect to bring the Freya. No Reaper comp for Syracuse here. And once again, Lunar's being forced out early. He's so low health. Genji's going to go ahead and dive onto it, but Fake Alfie's not going to find any value. Ashen instead has to form out, but they'll get Saint. They'll find Mac. That's 2 great kills here. Genji in the back line finds one on a B-Dog, and that should be a really quick point cap here from Kansas. Really excellently well executed here from the Jayhawks onto this point, and that's a lot of time to work with on what is arguably the hardest point to cap, or sorry, going into the hardest point to cap on King's Row. Sorry, I had to correct myself. I remembered. I played this game, I promise.
It is. It's tough, man. This point is like Sisyphus, dude. Pushing up a rock.
It is a Sisyphean
and you don't know when it's going to end.
My Swirlhawk looking worse for wear here. Need to be careful. Kansas need to, like, cool it a little bit. You know, you have 5.5 minutes to work with.
We also have time before the cart gets to this archway.
Yeah, you don't have to. I mean, they're trying to force a kill early. They're trying to get.
No, we're trying to farm up Grav. We're faster on Grav, and we
Yeah.
know it. And we're the first people to get Grav. this
Tries to
map
go
for the first
in there.
time.
Is going to force the Lucio off that high ground. A lot of damage in. Can't follow up, though. Never mind. Ashen's in the back line doing a lot of damage,
Ashen has to
causing
live, though,
havoc.
Has to live, has to live.
And he will live. Oh, the
Clutch
bubble!
bubble. And
Great.
there's the Kitsune, but
It's
we
a
don't have
good
any bubbles
Kitsune.
to engage.
It's a good Kitsune.
Makes a lot of space, though, for sure.
Yeah. Here comes the Graviton, but the counter grab. Oh my! We're just sitting at each other in Gravitons. Oh, but my dog died. Finds 2 onto Azir and Saint, Swirlhawk, and Cynics fell. All supports are gone off the board, essentially. All supports were gone.
B-Dog last alive, unfortunately. It was a Tracer, not the Kiriko.
Yeah, I saw that.
fell.
It was the Tracer or the Kiriko was left alive.
Yeah, essentially, just an even trade for Gravs. I'm not so mad about it. Neither team used beat, so it's not like we're down anything.
No.
We're not able to win a fight with Grav, which is your win con. You want to use that here, especially since we used Kit slash fight. Here comes the Kitsune for us, though.
Oh, got to get out of there. Got to full wrap this. Got to full retreat this. No more form.
Keep
for
kiting.
Oh, but a good beat to push right back in. But now Syracuse has the opportunity to counterbeat, and they will to survive the blade. A good bit of value there for. Oh, but the Blossom cannot be beaten, and they'll find Mac. Huge value here, and they'll separate Luna from his team. Really excellent value from Kansas here in terms of the ult trade economy. Excellent, excellent job here, and they're still. They haven't even. They're still around 350 seconds here. They could probably. It's going to be one more fight before.
Should be able to cap this with 3 on, and we're walking up a little bit to secure it. They do have 1 touch. It's going to be the Azer on the Tracer on the right. They know of him
and he's
now.
got Pulse Bomb.
They're aware that he's there. What is our game plan here? Can't let Tracer get a Pulse Bomb kill.
No, you cannot.
But this is a dry fight to cap this point. Rare to see.
Very rare to see here.
Sorry, getting poked out a lot in the neutral.
Both Zaryas really close to their Gravitons here, and that's going to be Azir down, no threat of a Pulse Bomb, but that doesn't mean the danger is gone yet for Kansas. They need to really stay alive here. Ashen finds it onto Mac. Can they get one onto Lunar? Can they get a support? They'll get Saint. They should be able to pick Lunar here. The Graviton from Lunar comes out.
Great Suzu to keep everybody alive.
That was an amazing Suzu. Good job, Swirlhawk.
Zarya was looking at that and looking for the 4K.
And that's a
she
kill
might
on
have
the
even gotten it.
B-Dog, yeah. Whew. Now, 4.5 minutes to work with here. If they can do this quickly and efficiently, they will have more time than Syracuse going into this overtime series.
We can win!
It's winnable. It's super winnable. Kansas, they've been in the driver's seat so far on this offensive half.
Yeah, we all have to grab now. We have to turn the corner. Look at the grab.
Have to go.
Have to look at the grab.
Have to look now.
There it is.
Have to look now. They'll get it. Oh my goodness. Here it comes. This is very doable here.
You have to get these kills if you're KU. You have to because they're on a different respawn cycle.
You have to find at least one here. And they're going to all escape except for that Trey. But no, the teleport.
Wow, clutch teleporter, by the way.
Massive clutch teleport here. But Ashen has another Death Blossom online.
We're so close to beat 2. We need to get the beat online.
Did he blossom? He blossomed. It forced out the Suzu, though.
I think he was expecting a bubble there.
He was expecting a bubble there, but the Suzu mirror is out, but now your Ashen is
no,
dead.
no.
And it's falling apart at the death here for Kansas.
Oh, man.
Miscommunication. I think if a bubble goes through there's a lot more value from that Blossom. Ashen on the respawn almost gets felled, and he will! Wow. Syracuse seizing the initiative and getting up early just to find that disruptive kill, and that's going to burn another couple precious seconds off the clock for Kansas.
All right, if you're KU, you need to be aware that they're first on Grav. That's the win con. You have to be aware of that. They also have beat. Both teams have the mirror beat, but we have blade. So we have to blade engage knowing that they have beat. Is the grab coming out? Grab comes on the back line.
Gonna get it onto Swirlhawk though, but my dog die is gonna refrag that onto Mac.
Excellent re-engage potential here if we're able to keep our Zarya alive.
You have to keep him alive. You have to keep him alive, and he will Graviton him. He'll nade himself to death, trying to get the Tracer. Unfortunate time ticking away.
You know, I see my dog died shoot the nades at his feet sometimes, and I think it's a bad habit that most Zaryas have. But unfortunate timing there on that one.
Yeah.
Probably doesn't live regardless, but unfortunate.
Ashen just soaking up so much damage here, getting some charge for his Zarya. He's staying up despite using his Wraith form. He's going to get bubbled here, but that's not going to be enough. That Zarya's at full charge. It's too risky.
Yeah, the Genji's slow on the off angle too. We see our Genji sort of on the right side here, looking to
Blade.
set up here, looking for the Sojourn. He doesn't know where the Sojourn is. He's kind of doing a little bit of nothing right now.
He's doing a whole lot of nothing.
He's setting him up on the off angle, but he's not quick enough. He needs to be engaged with the fight.
Yeah, but the Tracer, though, the Tracer of Azir is doing a great job of zoning it, but the bubble comes out, but my dog died is dead. There's going to be no capitalization from Kansas!
That is the fattest grab I've ever seen, and no one's there!
There's no Blade!
Why aren't we popping Blade for that? Fake Alfie has to be where he needs to be for that fight. There's absolutely no reason
you're getting engaged by a Tracer, but you just have to go for it. And now there's truly nothing with Kansas to work with here. Every ultimate except for Kitsune is going to be online here for Syracuse. Every single one.
Super early grab to find the Kiri, potentially not able to find Sorlock. That's huge. Not enough grab value for either team right now.
Cynic's already used his beat.
Man, the Kitsune comes out. We are just flubbing it up right now, guys. We can't seem to get in sync.
These are some squibby ults, and Azir gets Ashen. Time ticking away here from Kansas.
Goodness gracious. I mean, it's panic mode for KU. I don't understand
Fake
why
Alfie
we're not
finally gets one onto Azir, but it's going to be a little too late, I think, here. Unless he can get some massive value here, he elects to Blade, Solo Blade onto Mac to force out the beat. But I don't think that was his plan. Mac's going to overclock to counter it, and this is going to be the final minute ticking away from Kansas. They don't have anything to work with here. It would take a miracle. It would take a catastrophic mistake from Syracuse. I don't think it's going to happen, though, with 45 seconds left on the clock and only a beat in the back pocket.
You got to hope we're able to find something here at this final fight in the game that turns the momentum. We are straight up, flubbing up every ult. We can't get value from any Q we're pressing, and it's disheartening. It's disappointing to see.
It's incredibly disheartening. After such a dominant string of play on the first and second point here, and now...
Winner falls with the beat. It's a great beat. Can we turn it into something? Kiriko, TP out. Are we going to find her? We do find her.
This is it.
This is do or die. You got to stagger somebody. If you're KU, you have to stagger somebody so they get the overtime spawn. It's going to be Tracer. Tracer getting a different respawn cycle. Okay, this potentially... Did she get a different respawn cycle? We're about to find out. She did. Okay, this is potentially really big. She's the fastest character. However, you have to play now. You have to play for grab really soon. You have to choke up early. You have to take space. You have to do the things you need to do early in the fight. Even earlier.
It's critically important here that they find a pick, maybe onto this off angle here, onto the Sojourn. It's got to happen now. It has to happen now, Fake Alfie, but it's not going to. The Graviton Surge from my dog died. It's massive! It's massive! And that's going to be it! Kansas are going to get the cap here. They're going to force overtime!
Well, I wouldn't be so sure. We do have Kitsune, but they have Graviton. We've got to be aware.
They got to do it. They got to do it here. They have to do it here.
Grab. They're turning Venture for the touches, Lucio for the touches, Moira for the touches.
Everybody's
touching. They know that they have grab, and then grab is the win condition. Crunch time here for KU.
This is it.
Are we able to find
the Venture? That's one.
Right now. We have to play for the grab. Grab comes out. It's only my dog died.
That's huge. Azir's down. A Saint's down too! It's just Lunar! Lunar's the only one on, and B-Dog will fall, and Kansas will pick up the last two fights. They need to cap it, forcing an overtime! Oh my goodness gracious, and Kansas find it to the death!
Unfortunately.
My heart's racing. But
guys, I hate to break it to you, but this is draw or lose. We cannot win this map.
Yep. The best that Kansas can now hope for is the draw.
Which we can do. It's doable.
Very doable.
But we saw our team giving up ticks there, that first defense, so we don't have the ability to do that anymore.
Yeah, you literally can't. One tick and it's over.
We have to play as if we just can't give up any ticks at all. It's scary. This is a absolutely disastrous situation for KU. I would have loved to have seen the efficiency and coordination that we were able to pull out from that last fight. Well, maybe like 6 or 7 fights earlier. Like, we had so many opportunities, and we screwed it up every time.
Squandered
we had 3 ult cycles that we were not able to find any value from.
Squandered it. Squandered it so hard. But now it's like, what, 2-3 fights here for this one?
2 minutes and 30 seconds. It looks like a 3 to 4 fight.
3-4
potentially a third fight ult fight. There will be ultimates on the board. We will have to play around that.
Syracuse
it's not like they capped with 30 seconds
so much
left.
time. They're going to bring the Symmetra here for the teleport.
I wouldn't be surprised to see a teleport to high ground here and full wrap.
Oh, it's 1,000.
Here it is.
Yep,
here it is.
Here it comes. Oh, the Bastion drops down, though, for a form.
Gotta look at the Bastion. Gotta look at the Bastion super early. They have to drop for him, though.
They have to drop for him, but my dog that's not good. That's really bad here. Swirlhawk getting traded out. B-Dog, both Kirikos off the board.
It's an even fight, but we can't give him a tick. You gotta play on point here.
Gotta touch.
Which is really, really scary if you're Genji, because this Zarya's still charged!
That's gonna be it. That's gonna be it. That's gonna be all she writes, and that's gonna be Syracuse, I think, on this, unless something miraculous can happen here. No, it doesn't look likely, and that's going to be Syracuse in overtime. Going to pick up the 3-0 series, and heartbreak is all that's going to be on the minds and menus of Kansas tonight here.
Dang.
Absolutely soul-crushing defeat. And again, yeah, you're right. Like, where was that last hurrah?
Where was the ambition?
Where was the ambition on that last fight there that really sent them over the edge? That's how easy it would have been. Two fights in Kansas.
Guys, the ult cycle there at that last fight that we won was the exact same as the first fight that we had on that point. I'm heartbroken, guys. I'm so sad to find that we just could not get the same ambition in that last fight as we could so many fights earlier.
Yeah.
It was there. The fight win was there. We had 4 minutes to cap. It was right there. It was in our clutches, and we fizzled out as we did on Busan.
Yep.
Man, it was the same story all night. We reached these really high highs, and we're not able to maintain that level of coordination, that level of patience, and screwed us over.
Yeah, it did. An unfortunate night on the night here for Kansas, and a series I really thought we were going to see all 5-4. That was going to be a really close series here, and honest to God, it was. It was really close for a lot of it there, and it could go either way for either team.
It's one of those 3-0s that should have been a 3-2.
It should have been a 3-2.
We should have absolutely seen more maps tonight.
We should have picked up Busan.
We
should have picked up King's Row. I mean, we had 5.5 minutes going into the first point cap there, and it only took a minute and a half to fully cap that, and there was still four something left to go for second.
The problem is we had fights that were momentum changing fights that we couldn't recover from.
No, yeah, we could.
There were fights where all the ultimates were online, and we couldn't keep the same energy that we had, the same fire that was under our feet for so much of those maps. Same thing with Busan. Like, I'll say it over and over and over again, but Busan was a foreshadowing for the future of this series.
I would agree with that, Henry. I would absolutely agree with that. Well, do you have anything else for the folks at home? I don't really have much else to say.
So that is the final week of Overwatch PEC.
Yeah, it is.
It's a sad feeling.
It's a sad feeling.
It's a somber night tonight. I would have loved to have seen a little bit more competition from KU.
That it is.
However, very exciting season.
Very exciting.
This team is the most capable team this program has ever had. And next semester, we're looking at even more fun in this conference. I'm not sure if the conference is getting a little bit more, is it getting reorganized? I'm not sure if there's a team shakeup. I'm not sure if there's going to be a different, I don't know how it's going to go next semester. It might be the same league. I have no idea. Swap teams. So it will be different teams next semester. So we will get even more experience playing these top-tier collegiate teams because we're up there. We're right there.
It's right
there.
We're
on the feet of some of the premier college teams like St. Clair and Bellevue and all these teams that are the best there is. So different weeks. Oh, it is the same teams. Okay. Well, then more of the same, which is always fun.
Hopefully not like tonight. Hopefully not like tonight.
Oh, absolutely. Everything is still on the board in terms of meta changes, roster changes. Everything is still up in the air for next semester. But we do have our players sticking around, so we will get more fun Overwatch from this team. That is just a joy to watch. I mean, I love this. I love this team.
Yeah, this is a great team to watch. I'm gonna keep it short. I'm gonna keep it sweet. Oh yeah, no, sorry, totally forgot. Valorant tomorrow. Do we know for certain if it's gonna be Smash or League on Thursday? Still no idea for Thursday. You'll have to tune in. Mystery game. It'll be one of those two probably that evening. So make sure you tune in for that. I've been Marshall.
I've been Henry. Thanks for watching, guys.
Thanks for watching. Keep it locked, everybody. Have a good night.